You're listening to the Client Catching Podcast, the show that uncovers how high-performing service-based business leaders are successfully navigating the ocean of complexity around growing their business. Now, as anyone with the talent and guts to start a business knows, it takes a lot more to grow one than just being great at what you do, and you can't do it alone. So this podcast will show you how other captains of their own ship, just like you, have found the right strategy to catch more clients, simplified everything, and transform their business. So if you're ready to do the same, then jump aboard and join me, Adam King, host and the captain at Think Like a Fish, and let's go fishing. Hello, welcome to the Client Catching Podcast. Hope you're well, hope things are treating you well and things are good with you. I want to start out on this episode saying that I'm going to be doing a bit of an experiment over the next few releases of episodes on the Client Catching Podcast. And that is that I'm recording the audio version of my book, Conversational Relationship Marketing, and I decided that I'd put the whole thing up on the podcast. Now, I'm doing this for a few reasons. Now, first off is that I'm actually giving away the book for free, completely free, no strings attached. In fact, there's not even an opt-in. But I also realise that not everybody likes to read. Or if you're a bit like me with 2 kids under 5, you don't always have the time for it, right? To actually sit down and get some time to yourself and read. And as it's also a digital book, and if you have got the book or you're going to go and have a look at the book, you'll see that it's also a bit of an experiment with the format, and it's a digital book. It's not always the easiest to read on screen. So I wanted to ensure that as many people as possible get the chance to consume the content and actually use the strategies that I share because I know how valuable and transformative they are. Another reason was, I was just thinking, right, I'm just going to put the audio files on a Google Drive for people to download. And then I realized that this isn't particularly easy for people to actually listen to either, because they've got to get it onto their computer and then maybe find a way to get it into their phone so they can listen to it, because a lot of the time we listen on the go and that kind of thing. So just thought it's not the best way to do it. I wanted to make it as easy as possible again, so that people can actually listen to it. And also knowing that the format, by putting it out there and downloading it and all the rest of it, you can't easily speed up the playback, which I like to do. I listen to all podcasts on 2 times speed. That's just the way I like to do it. And I figured there's probably plenty of other people out there that like to do the same. It just made sense to use the platform that is there already. And plus, I figured a few people who actually listen to the book via the podcast, because the book will be spread in a different way to the podcast, they'll also maybe subscribe, listen to some of the great interviews with some of my past and future guests, which will help get my guests some more exposure and also help me to grow the podcast and my audience. So as far as I can see, it's a win-win-win for everybody. But bottom line, really, this is my attempt to get this valuable content in as many people's hands as possible to help as many people as possible. Now, I'll be releasing a few chapters a time over a couple of weeks, and then what I'm going to do is add the final full version of the book, start to finish. So I'd actually be really interested to hear whether you prefer the format broken down into chapters, or as a full book that you can sort of jump in and out of and that kind of thing. So if you haven't already, connect with me on LinkedIn, Mr. Adam King, and send me a message. Let me know which format you prefer. Maybe you're thinking, well, okay, what's actually inside this book that you've been waffling on about? Well, as I say, it's called Conversational Relationship Marketing. It's 10 golden rules for B2B and professional service businesses that consistently create more sales opportunities and close deals using professionalism, ethics, and good manners. Now, inside, you'll discover exactly how to ensure that you consistently have a full calendar of motivated and qualified ideal potential clients who want to discuss how you can help them. Now, I am literally in this book giving away the exact strategies my clients pay thousands to implement with them. And not only that, but you'll also find inside all the templates, frameworks, and workbooks that you can use for free. Absolutely no strings attached. As I say, there isn't even an opt-in. You haven't opted in to get this, and if you're listening to it, you can see what that is. But also, even if you got here to the audio version first before seeing the book, make sure you get the written version too, because you'll have access to all the resources from the links inside the book. And as I say, there isn't even an opt-in, so I want to get this information and these strategies in the hands of as many people hand as possible. So if you haven't got a copy of the written version, make sure that you get yours on the on the podcast gift page, which is at thinklikeafish.co.uk/podcast gift. And so, yeah, what I'm going to be doing is adding these as a bonus section on the podcast, so it won't appear in the episode schedule. You may have to scroll down and find the bonus section, or it might be on the top. I don't know exactly how this works yet. As I say, it's a bit of an experiment, but you will see them laid out from the introduction to the first chapters, and laid out like that, and you'll be able to sort of dive in and get them as they come out. So if you haven't yet subscribed to the podcast, make sure you do, in order to get notified of the next chapters as they come out. And as I say, I'd love to get your feedback on whether you like this idea, you like the experiment, it's one that's worked, or it's just one that's completely bombed on its head and you think it's a terrible idea. I am a big boy, and I'd really like to just get your feedback and see what you think. And it'd be even better if I got your feedback after listening to the book or reading the book, downloading some of the resources and the templates, and you actually said to me, Adam, do you know what? I got this, I've implemented it, and these are some of the results you've got that you've helped me get. I have already had some amazing feedback from some of the people that have already done this, and this is why I'm kind of doing this. I want to get it in the hands of as many people as possible, because when you follow what's in the book and you actually implement, I know it has the power to truly, truly take your business to the next level. You can catch more clients and you can grow your business. So that's all from me. I really hope you enjoy the book, and I hope you go and do something with it. And we will resume with some more interviews that are lined up, ready to go in a couple of weeks. So until then, speak soon, and as always, happy fishing. Thank you ever so much for listening today. I know there's a lot of podcasts out there you could be listening to. You've chosen this one, and for that I am truly, truly grateful. If you're a first-time listener or a long-time listener and you haven't yet subscribed to the show, please make sure that you do, because you'll get updated of the latest episodes every time they come out. And if, again, you are enjoying it, I'd really, really appreciate a honest rating review on Apple Podcasts. I read every single one personally, and they do really mean the world to me. And yes, they help others find the show. If you're able to do that, again, I massively, massively appreciate it. But until next time, happy fishing.